I think this conversation by Mark Silverman, an elder, Damkulu Etuga, Texas, actually in the functionality of an accountant as presented by the Companies Act, and then leading to the applications of the SARS ecosystem and governance. He is one of those people that I'm following like a cheerleader. I'm a student of his work. And this is a session, he's hosting a session on the 14th of February for other accountants, where he's sort of discussing the impact of AI in the tax computation and compliance ecosystem. Ngoba, this is the reason I failed, good people. Hey, this is the reason I failed on being able to teach you last year. Khona i-update eyenzeka ngomhla 21 November 2022 November. It absolutely made every preparation that I had done obsolete for our clients. Hey, in fact, from that on, bayaze sabasiza. Everyone who knows me on social media who's responded to us because of tax season knows that Maufika Utuzothintu Natasha on WhatsApp, because that's where we have contact, the direct line for initiating a conversation is on WhatsApp. I've helped, I've responded, I've gone further with the initial consultations, I've tried to serve, and I'm clear in the initial consultation if we can help you or not. But the AI of it all, guys, has made the engagement of serving individuals quite risky. It was a learning curve the whole tax season as it ended on the 28th of January. And with individuals going into the financial year and now into February, it is, Tinaga, we're at a precipice of decision making or at a financial level. But Akfen Sky is really, really articulating what I am facing, what we are facing as a network, what I am facing as a business leader in my network. Where is it you show? They are saying that AI is now important in text computation. In fact, they've developed two functional AIs. One is about responding. One AI is designed to respond to all the letter writing that we face with SARS. And then the second one, it talks to the procedures that a company secretary faces, COSEC, all the legal obligations that a company secretary faces as per the requirements of the Companies Act. Quite a fascinating company. If you are a tax practitioner, I definitely recommend that you follow them and start training with them, because now we're talking over the integration of the systems that are there at SARS. So what he's saying that in an overview is that artificial intelligence and automation are revolutionizing the text environment. All the words are big. So I go learn the big words and then I translate them for our clients here when it comes to advisory or online. But at the back end, we are actually at tax planning level because the systems are so integrated. We are looking at how I will have to be honest with this. We are looking at if it's still viable for us to provide individual tax season advisory, because the system changes are making it difficult at a commodity level like we did last year. I'm not going to close the advisory level, but obviously, guys, at a minimum, guys, I think for every individuals, at a minimum, it has to be, we're pushing the cost to 15,000 per year. So it means I cannot commoditize it anymore. I'm really sitting at a perspective where, and that's a minimum cost. Me and the network need to sit and look at it quite clearly. But this is what the Akfin team is saying to everyone. The tax environment and SARS is leading in the transformation with advanced data collection, integration efforts. Over the past year, SARS has focused on EMP 501s, which are the reconciliations for employers that issue out to RP5s, IT3 task distributions when trusts go and declare what they've distributed to their beneficiaries and individuals, IT4 14 shareholder disclosure. Definitely one of those things that people are running away from now in individual taxes, and people are fucking running away from doing shareholder disclosures, but companies do disclosures for their shareholders. Beneficial ownership disclosures were also integrated into the returns. People in tax season, this was one of the things that I had to explain in thousands and years. And it was a difficult process, which is why I cannot commoditize it anymore. We need to be in a relationship with the client over time. Creating an interconnected compliance ecosystem designed to detect risk and enforce regulations more effectively. Meaning that if employer yakhe declare yathi ne-income, inkampani declare yathi these are shareholders, low contributor malini, this is what we paid for this person. Declare trust ukuthi you are a beneficiary, this is your benefit, this is the income flow that went through to you as a beneficiary. All of that ecosystem is now interconnected in compliance. In fact, the banks get data dumps. The banks give data dumps to SARS every quarter. Every quarter, which is why data collection is so important. Which means they have a better understanding of your cash flows and what's happening in your bank account. But in Funukamba Manga. It is this reason where then I had to stop with every training material that we had done last year. Let's not forget this fucking system updates. Because I'm getting to Ngeslungu. But the systems updates, this one is the recent one. But I think since November, there's been like 4 or 5. I counted more than 5 system updates. Which means the procedures of engaging SARS at a platform level are changing. This is why I failed in tax season. This is why I failed in tax season. It feels like tax season last year was a failure. It was such a learning curve. There were successes for some clients. There were failures for some clients. But Mina, as I reflect, I do believe we failed because one of the biggest success points was to teach people how to e-file. But e-filing has changed. It has changed. So even if I had screen grabbed the previous interface, the interface you're facing now is a whole new interface. I'm committed to this. I'm looking for a financer because responding to technology requires technology. And to lower the cost, if I'm continuing at advising individuals, guys, we will still have a 1.5 initial consultation fee, but we will have a 15,000 annual fee now. For anyone who work, you will at a year level pay us 15K. Because we are now responding at a risk that's not only consolidated at the year of submission. It's not about us pressing the return anymore. It starts with the information because SARS has made it quite extensively clear the responsibilities that tax practitioners face. Which is why tonight at NXA Network, I had to separate the role between the accountants and the tax practitioners. The way these digital platforms forced me, I had to separate between the accountant and the tax practitioner. There's so many ticks and checks and balances. They've actually said no more serving an individual. Tax practitioners, even my tax practitioners in the past, I know this. We used to submit using an individual's tax profile. No. Every person you assist now, you have to take over on your side, which means already we are attached with the pre-screening risk. Ninamanga and Funukulmi Konisogant, I've already established that ecosystems are interconnected. Next, it's the submission itself, the return, the interface. Every single time you trigger something and you respond to a question, it triggers a response that is tailored to your tax profile. So there's no blanket approach, even though there are classes that might have similar tax patterns like, let's say, the automatically assess people. But again, Fanu interview umuntu at pre-screening to ensure that they're telling the truth because SARS has all the data dumps. So there's the groups of people that could have similar patterns, but majority of people, each and every individual's tax profile is different. And then it's the after effect of submission. Hi guys, look at this one. SARS was auditing everything we submitted. The AI enhanced that. SARS wants the verbation and the submissions of objections to be quite clear. So the interconnectedness of this ecosystem is just a nightmare. Angakhohlwa ukuthi ngine responsibility from the date of submission for the next 5 years. My tax practitioners, us as accountants involved in the projection, in the submission, the moment they submit for the next 5 years, we have a liability for SARS to come in, audit us at any point in time, asking for relevant information. As long as the AI learns, it can come back at any point in 5 years' time to ask. These are the reasons why I failed in tax season. And this is Tax Tuesday. I might as well post this video. My name is Natasha Kul and I'm the creator of NXA Network. Tululu.